A lot of our friends have legitimate reasons to question God's goodness. A lot of our friends pray prayers that seem to go unanswered. A lot of our friends in red light districts and enslaved in the commercial sex industry, I don't know where they find the resiliency to pray these prayers and continue to pray these prayers, but they do. And their experience of God isn't a good God. And so for us, I think evangelism is bearing witness to hope. And I think that's a really significant starting point when we're talking about evangelism. I don't know what God's vision for shalom is, but I feel like as I want to embody shalom in my marriage, in my community, in my vocation, that it looks like creating space, that it looks like affirming the divine imprint of God in all of humanity. I think it looks like bearing witness to hope. I think it looks like cultivating environments of peace and restoration. I think shalom is reconciling, and reconciling all things back to God, being reconciled with God. I think shalom is a celebration, and I think, you know, if one of the metaphors for paradise is this great banquet that God's preparing, and we're going to sit at this table and celebrate the goodness of the love of the divine, I think shalom is sitting at the table with friends. I think shalom is sitting at the table with people who are different than us. I think shalom is enjoying long meals and laughing and crying and being safe to be yourself, to be human, to be vulnerable. My sense about the eruptions of pain and injustice probably have to come back to the ability to offer and receive love, and it comes back to the best and the worst of our humanity. And you know, the shadow side of everything malforms the best of what it is. And I think if we're created to be vessels that receive love, that give love, that sort of channel love, when these things break and the jagged edges of the brokenness of us, we think we're loving and we're not. What we're doing is we're loving ourselves. I think we are being drawn towards wholeness. And I think when you look at the world, things are getting worse. Like, we're finding more disgusting and cruel ways to exploit humanity and vulnerability and weakness. And I think we're finding new ways to hurt and to harm people. And you know, it's not a safe world for vulnerable women and children. It's not a safe world if you're broke. It's not a safe world if you're not part of the dominant consciousness, if you're the wrong ethnicity in a space where the ethnic majority is leading with fear and power and control. I would say that it's the resiliency of our friends that give me hope. It's the faithfulness of their prayers. And you know what? They're prayers for us. They're prayers for themselves, that our prayers prayed in spaces that don't seem like those prayers are going to get answered. And you know, it's the vibrancy of the child who's experienced trauma and loss and pain. It's that kid's laughter that reminds me it's okay to laugh. And it's a generosity of my friends who are poor that teaches me how to be generous. You know, I mean, it's like some of the poorest people I know are the most generous. They throw the best parties. They prepare the best meals, the meals that they can afford to serve. And so it's folks who've suffered, it's folks who've lost a lot that still have hope, that teach me how to hope, and they teach me it's okay to hope.